Hey everyone, I'm just going to give you a quick preview on a couple more complicated problems when it comes to compound shapes. I'm going to try to keep this video short. We're going to be practicing this stuff tomorrow. So thanks for tuning in. So what I've got here, we've been used to seeing rectangles with some triangles on top. But now we're going to introduce circles. And luckily for us, it's the same, it's basically the same strategy, the same format, just we need to do it with a circle as opposed to a triangle. So the first thing I'm going to do is split my shape up into those two separate shapes we're used to seeing. Now I have a rectangle and what looks like a circle. Let's pretend it is a circle as perfectly written, but it's a half a circle. So that's going to come into play here in a minute. We're going to find the area of the half circle up top and the rectangle at the bottom. We know that the area of a rectangle is just base times height. And then our base in this case is 3 for the rectangle, and the base is 7 and the height is 3. And that's going to give me 21 centimeters squared. So the rectangle here is 21 centimeters squared, something we're used to seeing here. Now let's think about the circle. We want to find the area of this circle. And we know that to find the area of a circle, it's pi r squared. Now there's a couple tricky things that we've got to do here. First, we need to find the radius. Now, remember, the radius is half of the diameter. Right now, I've got a full diameter here of the circle going from one edge to the other through the center. And that diameter is 7. But we don't want the diameter, we want the radius. And the radius is just half of that diameter. So half of 7 is 3.5. If we typed in our calculator 7 divided by 2, we would get 3.5. So right off the bat, we had to put our thinking caps on and really think, okay, well, if the diameter is 7, half of that is the radius, 3.5. So I'm going to plug that in to my formula here. And I'm going to get pi times 3.5 squared. Okay, we're going to get a big number here. Now, I wasn't prepared. Got my calculator now. First thing we need to do is 3.5 squared. And that's going to give me 12.25. Now I need to multiply that by 3.4. And we're going to get 38.465. Let's go ahead and round that. So here's the area really of what would be a full circle. But before we get there, let's clean this up and let's just get a whole number out of this. So 38.4, I want to round to the nearest whole number. So I'm going to round to the ones place, look next door, and that's going to be 38. So 38. Now let's think about this. That is for an entire circle whose radius is 3.5. We're only dealing with half of a circle. So what we need to do to this number is cut it in half. We're going to divide that by 2. 38 divided by 2 is 19. So 19 is my area for this half circle on top. Again, we just figured out the radius, we plugged it in, we evaluated, and we cut that circle in half because we're only dealing with half a circle here. My final step now, 19 plus 21 equals 40. 40 centimeters squared is my answer for this circular shape. Moving on. I've got a rectangle and I've got a triangle. And I need to know the shaded area within the rectangle, not what's in the triangle. So what I need to do is some subtraction. Up until this point, we've been dealing with addition. We've been bringing two pieces of our compound circle together. Now we're actually going to subtract, because first thing we're going to do is figure out the area of this whole rectangle. Base times height. So I got 12 times 8. 12 times 8 is 96. So we know that the whole space is 96. But we're not trying to figure out the whole space. We're just trying to figure out the shaded area here. And what's not shaded is our little triangle here. So I need to take that space away to figure out what the surrounding shaded area is. So let's just start out by figuring out what is the area of that inside shape. It is a triangle, and I know that I need to do base times height all over 2. Base is 3, height is 3, all over 2. 9 divided by 2, that's going to give me 4.5. So the area in the triangle is 4.5 centimeters squared. The total area is 96. I need to take that area out of the equation to figure out what the shaded area is. So all I'm going to do is 96 minus 4.5. And that's going to give me 91.5 centimeters squared of shaded area. And that's all. Thanks for watching.